Alright, we are live again. So, let's check out what we're doing here. Alright, so here is tonight's piece, the Elko. Let me get some glasses. And I opened up the new pot of paint. I did like 12 locomotives out of the other pot, which is pretty good. I want to do just a little bit of touch up here. I'm going to touch up just a couple spots on this before we do the real deal in about 2 hours. I forgot a set of back steps. I'm going to show you the SD24 here in a second. I glossed it, baked it in the sun for about 10 minutes, and then I started just a little bit of detail work on it to give you an idea of where it's going. It's really dark, and I don't want it to be quite that dark. Okay, so this guy, I believe this one is ready for tonight. Set him off the side. Here's the SD24, and I started doing a little bit of detailing. Now, if you can see, if you got good enough resolution, see how the top is a little bit sun bleached, and on the side gets a little darker. It's going to look pretty cool, I think. So we're not really going to worry about it. This is just a test piece anyway, so. But it's looked good. It's going to go into service. It's going to get decaled and we'll detail it all up. I put a first coat of silver on the roof on this, and I also did that. I put a little coat of silver on the brass here. I have some special paint for a final coat. Paint it on, and then you can polish it. But you got to get a really smooth surface first, and that's called Mr. Metal. Alright, so we're going to do, let's do these two, whoops, we're going to do these two guys. Here is an AHM GP18. We're going to paint him. And here is an Athearn Blue Box SD9. We're going to paint that. Now, I've wiped them with a microfiber cloth, try to get them kind of smooth. So let's just do this and see what we got. And we'll see, where are we at on time here? Okay, we're 2 minutes in. 3 minutes in. Okay, here we go. Let's go ahead. We're going to do this the way we're going to do it tonight. So I'm going to start with the front end. Oh, that's a lot of paint. Ooh, this is fresh paint too. That is fresh. And I got a lot on there. So what I'm going to do an end. I don't really care about the brush pattern on this. It doesn't matter. Everyone's going to be different every time, and that's what I like about it. That's why I use this. I cut a ton of locomotives painted red like this, but they all have their own character to them. Gives them a little personality. Alright, that's where we're going to go. Then we are going to switch over to number 2. Now the cab is one of those cabs that I did earlier. Okay, we're going to hit him. This one has pilot, so we got to do that. And his steps. as you can tell, I am not worried about brush strokes because they don't matter. All I'm worried about is pooling. I don't want big pools because this will leave big pools. It sets up so fast, you will get pools. So you get the paint on here and then you just start mopping it. Just mop up, mop around it. Let's go down here. Don't try to smooth it out. You'll lose the special effect. You won't lose it. You'll just be wasting your time. You need to make sure you get it a little wet. Don't do this so dry that you don't get the special effect. Now, so I did the Zenithal priming on this. Notice that this side is darker than this side. I don't know if you can see that here, but I can. That effect is very, very prominent right here, and it really looks cool. That's pretty fantastic. Alright, let's change up. Let's crack this guy and let's hit his end. I'm gonna need the back end here. Okay. Now check this guy out. See that? One black, one white. That's what we want. We want them to be different prime. They're not supposed to be the same. They're supposed to be different. I'm trying to do this so that I don't get my arm in the way of you seeing what I'm doing. I'm going to go this flat spot here. I'm going to go around it. Alright, just doing some mopping up now. That is looking mighty cool. Okay, let's go back to this guy. We're going to hit him. Let's hit him on the pilot first. On this one, the pilot is really dark. Okay, and then the ends, again, it's like really white here, and then it's dark here. Oh, yes, and the effect right now is coming out big, especially on these pipes on the top. Once I get the paint on here, I kind of, instead of keep on dipping the brush in there, I need to spread what I've got. And I can't spread it so thin that I lose the effect, but I can't leave it so thick that it pools. So you just got to find a balance somehow. And you just got to work it in by feel. This is not an exact science. It just takes practice. You just practice on it. And then you got to work quick, because you don't want to brush over paint that's already started to set up, because you'll get some unintended consequences of that. Okay, doing good there. Starting to look pretty neat, huh? All right, let's hit the roof. I'm just going to mop this as far as it'll go, and then I'm going to switch out to the other one. And I want to leave some pooling up here on the roof. I don't want to wipe out all the pooling effect. I want some of it to stay. Okay. Hit this guy on the roof. I did on purpose make the roofs. I sprayed a lot more white primer on the roof than anywhere else, because that's the look that I like. Alright, getting close to the end on this one. Okay. Doing 3. This one, if this is the third one, this front would be completely set up. Like this one is just about all set up. Ooh, I like that. I like that. It's light in the middle here, and then it's darker towards the cab and towards the end. Okay, we missed some on the pilots, back sides of the pilots. Not that that really matters. It might get painted grimy black or dark brown or something, but we'll just hit them. Okay. Now let's do a little highlight up here. Okay, I just paint on a little extra paint right there. Just, I don't know what's going to happen. Who knows? We'll find out. Okay. Let's do a time check. We got 2 of them with the first coat on. We may or may not need a second coat. We may not want a second coat. Let's see where we're at on time. We're at 16 minutes. That's pretty good. So let's go back, take a look at the GP18 again. Is there anywhere that we would want? Let's just play around with a little bit of a second coat. The brush is getting a little bit full of paint since we've been painting all day on this. Let's just see here. Let's just go second coat down the side. Not all over the side, just part of it. And on the end, let's just leave that. Let's leave that alone. Looks good. We'll let that set up for a minute. Let's take a look at this guy. I love the light area right here. I'm going to leave the grills alone. I usually black those in. Not black, I use a combination of black and brown there. Let's see what, maybe a bit of another coat here. And a little bit over here. Okay. See what we got going up top here. Anything? I don't know. Let's try the front end here. Let's see what happens. Who knows? Might look great. Might look like crap. How about this end is really cool. It's really light right here, and then it's really dark down here. Let's see. I think we got too much paint on there to do this, but let's try this. Let's just see how we like that. Maybe a little here. I would say we are doing very well on time. We're only at we're not even at 20 minutes yet. And we're just into the touch-ups. So those are going to look sweet. Let's see. Let's go back to this one. Do we want to do any second coating anywhere on this? Yeah, we do. On this side, there's a few missed spots where we can do a little more. tiny bit now. Let's see about, gosh, I don't even want to touch that because I like it. When you're using contrast paint, just let it do its thing and then decide later if you like it. Let it do what it's supposed to do. See this top here? If you can see that, you can see some various shapes and stuff in there where it's darker and lighter. That's cool. That's the way it should be. That's what you want. It's not necessarily that we're trying to make it look real. I'm not a prototype modeler. I'm trying to make it look believable. And it looks very believable. And I think we're looking pretty good. Let's hit this spot on this guy. Okay. So this one's going to look unbelievable. It's going to look fantastic. So the SD24 here, I did a little bit of detail work on it. It's glossed up so that it can get decals and stuff. And it's going to be decent. Could have been lighter. I actually kind of look the bleached. I like the bleached look of this SD9. I really like that bleached look on them. I like that a lot better than the really dark look. Alright, well I would say that we are in good shape. As long as we're doing good on resolution tonight, we don't have a problem. I'm not going to be sending out 1080p like I did 2 nights ago, and then some people saw a great picture and some people didn't see a picture. It's going to be in high def. It'll be one step up from DVD quality. So basically what you're seeing right now. Alright, so that ought to fix us up. I believe we are all set.